Alright guys, it's time to talk about Crystal Conflict and is it worth it? I just queued, instant pops right now, immensely fun. I'm on a job I've played like 4 matches on ever, never did in PvE, just went to the Wolves Den, dragged my PvP actions onto the bar, hopped in, having an absolute blast doing this. But there is a concept called intrinsic, like internal, extrinsic, external, rewards. Extrinsic meaning you're getting something, you're getting paid. That is why many of us show up to our jobs, is while we may have some internal value in the things we do and we're proud of what we do, if they stopped paying us paychecks, we would stop showing up because we would like other things like watching TV where it doesn't pay us, but it's just wildly satisfying, but it's filled with just internal relaxation and value. So PvP is immensely fun. It's full of just intrinsic baked in value. But I wanted to talk today about, is it worth it? Now, if you are looking for something like the Garo Awards, something else locked behind wolf marks that is market prohibited, PvP is the only way to get there. Pick whatever PvP mode you like. The Frontlines Roulette is phenomenal experience daily. Hop in there, get your marks, get whatever barding or glamour or whatever it is you're looking for. That's the only way to get it. But for anything that is not locked behind it, namely today we're talking about Gil and we're talking about experience. People have said, oh, you get experience on this. Any job level 30 or higher. Now, I don't have jobs much closer to 30, so I don't have the ability to kind of test that. I'm going to try to focus on both here. And so I don't really have the ability to kind of test all, like, the experience at lower levels. It does seem that it gets worse as we go. And so if you get a win, I'm level 71 right now. If I get a win, I am going to get 217,000 experience. Okay. If I lose, I'm going to get half that at 108,000. Oh, God. Now, if I jump into the 80s, where my red mage is, I'm going to get 237,000 for a loss. That sounds way better. And I'm going to get double that for a win at 474,000, except that we have to think of this in percentages. We don't care about the amount of experience we get. We care about how fast we level, which means how much of a level is it. And so from level 71 to 72, I don't need that much experience. I need 3 million. But I need over double that to go from 84 to 85 at 8 million. So percentage-wise, I'm getting 3 and 7% of a level on my Reaper. And if I jump to my Red Mage, I'm getting 2.9 to 5.9. So it's just going to take a lot of runs. Now, these on average are taking me about 5 minutes, because for everyone that goes into overtime, it feels like I have one that's fast. There's very short wait times. Over time, that will go up. There's no way we can sustain 15-second wait times 24 hours a day forever. There's just no way. They're going to let me just carry this. That's awesome. And so at 5, you're getting 12 matches per hour. If you get 12 matches per hour, then it is taking me an hour and a half to 3 hours to level in the 80s. And it is taking me 70 minutes to an hour 20 just over 2 hours to level in the 70s. Running my highest level dungeon, running Bozja, running hunts, running pixie dailies. These are all faster for experience. Every single one of them is faster. You could probably get into a fate train and it's faster. So experience per hour, this is better than nothing. So if you'd rather be doing this, do that. But if you're like, you know what, I don't care if it's fun or not, I just want a lot of experience, this is not it. It's just not that good. Wow, this is my first time on this map. This is so cool. I love that they switch maps. Why don't they switch every 20 minutes? Now, let's talk about Gil. Because obviously, you're getting wolf marks, and maybe you don't need anything else from wolf marks. And they're just sitting at cap. Well, wolf marks do have value. And to give them value, it needs to be something that's not market prohibited. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit. I didn't know there was another one there. I want that. I want that. Can I go grab that? You betcha. All right. And so Gil, what the most valuable items I was finding were Orchestran Scrolls. Orchestran Scrolls, let's assume 12 times per hour. You're getting 250 wolf marks for a loss, 500 wolf marks for a win. So let's assume I lose every single game for an hour. And I'm getting 3,000 wolf marks every single hour. Scrolls cost 10,000 wolf marks, so it takes quite a few. Market price, the lowest ones were going for 35,000. So let's start on the uber conservative end. That gives each wolf mark a value of 3.5 gil, which gets me to 10,000 gil per hour, which is, I literally can't think of anything in the game that's lower, so it's bad. But that's okay. That's super conservative. Let's assume I win every game for an hour. Let's go on the optimistic end. Let's do it. Now, that means I'm getting 6,000 per hour. Oh, God, I'm going to die. Okay, 6,000 per hour. And let's jump to the highest price scroll I was seeing, which is 100,000 gil. Keep in mind that Orchestrant scrolls, minions, all these things are spiked right now because there's a lot of people who are going and buying things that just don't have check marks. Having lived through this in WoW, that's going to cause a temporary spike. So if you want to go out and farm easy to get minions, mounts, scrolls, it's a great time to do that because there's a lot of people who have always wanted to buy the ones they don't have, but haven't been willing to sit there and check which ones they're missing. And that check mark and that filter on the market board added in 6.1 makes that very easy. That jumps our wolf mark value up to 10. At 6,000 gil per hour, we are now at a whopping 60,000 gil per hour. For those of you that know, I posted a guide recently on Tower of Zot that was 139,000 gil per hour. So you could run endwalker dungeons. Keep in mind, running your highest level dungeon, so if I go run Vanna Spotty on that red mage, I will level about every 2 runs, maybe 2.5. So I probably need 5 runs of each dungeon before I get to the next dungeon. Which is just crazy. It's just absolutely nuts. I cannot believe we're in overtime. So I wanted to talk about whether or not this is worth it. I'm having an absolute blast. And so I don't want to hop out of matches to record a video. I want to be in here doing this. But I want to do it because it's fun. There is nothing about this that's worth it. Obviously, if you want the Garo rewards, you have to do, like, this is your best method. It only counts for wins, so it's going to take a lot. But for anything that there is any other source in the game, this is just not a good way to get there. Kinda.